Hi there, I'm not Logan Angelo.
And I'm not Andy Arthur Smith.
And this is the Dude Same podcast, where each episode will start with a question
And lead to a more than likely stupid conversation.
Yes, so enjoy. Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of Dude Same. I am excited. Logan, how you feeling?
Depressed, but alive. Yeah.
Right? Good. Yeah. Well, what might cure your depression is starting this episode, how we're going to start every other episode, with a question.
Love it.
Right? Pull it out of the old question. Who the hell are Andy and Logan?
There's nothing on the page. Why are we lying? Andy Arthur Smith is a young boy who was born in California and lived his entire life just down the block from me in a small town in the middle of Iowa. And
minus the first 6 months of my life, but yeah, go on. Because how could I be born in another place and then spend my entire life somewhere else? But
it was your entire life.
What else?
It was your entire life.
What else about me? What else about me?
Here's the big kicker. Here's what you need to know about Andy Arthur Smith right now, today, first episode. This is what you need, the information. No matter how many TikTok followers he gets, he cannot atone for the mortal sin of hocking a loogie right in a young girl's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think I can atone. I have atoned for that. I apologized immediately after it happened.
So obscenely with the fact that
she
you can
accepted
even
my apology.
No.
Let me provide some context here. I was in a bus. Okay, we're on a band trip, and I had to hock a loogie like I did 5 times an hour. And I spit it out the window without looking. And then in slow motion, as I turned my head back after spitting it, I took a double take and I see it going towards this blonde chick's face. But she was a member of the rival team, our high school rival team. So that kind of made it a little okay. But I still felt really bad. I sprinted off the bus and I saw her wiping it off of her head. And it was hanging from her middle finger. And she's like, ah! And she flung it to the ground. I apologize profusely. We are still friends on Facebook to this day because that happened.
You're still friends on Facebook right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come on the podcast. Come on the podcast. Tell us what it was like to take Andy's snot rocket directly between the eyes. Because here's the thing, okay? I think about this memory probably, I don't want to be dramatic. Let's not start the first episode with being dramatic. I think about this episode probably 3 times a minute. And the moment where
that's reasonable.
It flew onto her nose. And I'll give you my point of view on this moment, okay? We're on the bus. We're all having a good time. We're 16. Our hormones are raging. Andy hocks a loogie, and none of us think any of it. And so Andy hocks the loogie and then yells. Oh! As he spits the loogie. Yeah. And so we all look, and what I see out the window standing on the ground is a young, pretty blonde girl with her hand about 6 inches away from her nose, and there's snot running from her skin to her finger. And it might have been the first time that I orgasmed. I'm not 150% sure on that, but it might have been. So
it's not really a sin then. I mean, I'm helping out my best friend, giving him an experience that he should have already experienced by the age of 16, but still hadn't.
Yeah.
So this is who Logan Angelo is. Logan Angelo never orgasmed until he was 16, and the root cause of that orgasm was my mucus flying out of my throat and onto a girl's face.
Ironically, every orgasm since then has also been caused by you.
Yeah. I know. I was. That's the exact next thing I was going to say.
Yeah.
Beat me to it. That's why we're best friends. Logan is a guy who wears sometimes glasses, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes a hat, sometimes he doesn't. He sometimes has a beard, sometimes he doesn't, but more often these days he does.
Yeah.
And you work in sports entertainment.
That makes it sound cool. Like I work in pro wrestling, like I'm a WWE wrestler.
Well, you are. Yeah. Logan is Logan the Log. Logan the
Logan
the
log.
That's
the log.
That's
the first episode, the very, very first episode of Dude Same, and you're gonna name me Logan the log, and it's stuck forever now.
Yes. See, that's why I like this show, is because it's going to be able to etch things permanently into existence that we can't undo.
Yeah.
So forever now you will be Logan the Log. On all of our fans that we're going to instantly have, we're going to start calling you Logan the Log.
Right.
The way I was picturing it is like you're a big sturdy log and no wrestler can beat you. Like imagine having to like wrestle a log that you found in the swamp.
Right.
It'd be very heavy. You wouldn't really be able to move it very much. You can get pinned by a log.
Can you get pinned by a log or smashed by a log?
Both. You can get both of those by a log. And I hope people don't like try and turn it into a poo log.
Yeah. Well, no one was until you said it, but now
I didn't want them to think of you as
someone
a giant
right
poo-poo
now,
log.
right this second, is photoshopping a picture of my face on a giant turd.
And I'm glad. And email it to dudesamepodcast@gmail.com.
The Dude Same
and
podcast
maybe
at gmail.com.
The dudesamepodcast@gmail.com. Maybe you'll get on the show with your fan art of Logan as a piece of poo-poo.
Yeah. Speaking of WWE, actually, one of the more hilarious stories of Andy and I growing up together as kids is playing SmackDown versus Raw, right, on PlayStation 2. And here's the hilarious moment, listener. We were kids. And when you're a kid, you fantasize. That's what you do. You live in your imagination.
I can't wait to rebuttal this.
But I went over to Andy's house and we played SmackDown versus Raw, and the big thing was creating characters. You wanted to create characters.
It's SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain.
And SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. I'm sorry. I had SmackDown versus Raw 2007. Yeah. But anyway, SmackDown, Here Comes the Pain. And we're creating characters, and of course, you have to create yourself. So Andy and I both create ourselves. And Andy's rule in his OCD-obsessed, apparently non-imaginative world is that the character has to look exactly the same as your pre-pubescent body. And so walking out of the tunnel onto the WWE ring has to be a guy that is the size of a 13-year-old boy instead of a fantasy.
Are you done with your silly nonsense? Because here's the thing. And SmackDown versus Raw also didn't have as good of a character editing tool as SmackDown Here Comes the Pain. SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, you could spend hours and hours making every single detail on a character look just like how you want them to look. You can make them super duper skinny and super short. And I was a 13-year-old prepubescent boy who was super skinny and short. And the reason that it's important and hilarious to make the characters look exactly like you is so that you can have 32 characters, because that's as many as you were able to create. You could have 32 characters where you could have you and your two older brothers, and it looks just like you guys. It doesn't look like some fake, ridiculously steroid jacked buff version, because if that was who you were playing with, then it's like, doesn't even feel like it's you. It's hilarious to see a character that looks literally just like you if you were a video game beating up The Undertaker or beating up the Incredible Hulk, which you can also create and make extremely buff because he realistically is. So watching my dad, who was a bigger guy, fight the Incredible Hulk or fight me or fight Abraham Lincoln is hilarious when all of the characters look 100% like the characters that they are. That's my argument. I'm sticking to it, and I'm proud of it. Alex taught me, my older brother taught me that, to make the characters look exactly like you. Because when I first started playing SmackDown Here Comes the Pain, I was making them buff, and Alex was like, no, Andy, don't do that. And I did not. So
I just remember being like 13 and going to your house and playing this game and thinking, oh my God, like I have a friend and we're playing a video game together. And I'm immediately chastised for not making my guy have a belly and like being a chubby little 13-year-old kid.
It's important. I don't think I told you had to make yourself chubby.
You did. You said that character is not nearly fat enough.
I'm pretty sure I said something like, hey, Logan, you're not a 6'4", jacked 250-pound man. Yet. What are you doing? This looks nothing like you. Yet. So why are we playing? Might as well just choose some WWE wrestler character because that's what you're making yourself look like. Doesn't look like Logan. But it's okay, man. Fun games, fun time. You know, did we ever play wrestling on your trampoline?
Oh, absolutely. I had a trampoline in my backyard, and I don't know if you were part of it, but I had the belts from Walmart that had Velcro, and one of them was John Cena's belt because he was like gangster and he was dope. And the W spun, the like W logo spun. Yeah. And I had a teddy bear that I would just beat the shit out of on the trampoline. It was like a teddy bear that was like my height at the time because I was like 21. And I started tackling it and beating the shit out of it. And the ironic and kind of gross thing was I never took him inside because he didn't belong. He lost. He lost every match. He went 175-0 or 0-175. He lost every match. So I never took him inside. And I lived in Iowa. So he was covered in snow and leaves and dirt and like probably dog shit. And I still just hugged the shit out of him on the trampoline and just took him to town. And then I would win.
I mean, you kind of
would win every match. And I would raise the belt, and I just felt alive. And that might be the last time I felt alive.
Yeah, you know what's really interesting is we became friends in like 7th. I was in 7th grade. You were 8th grade. And I remember it was like right when we were done being imaginative. Like we were growing up and like, because like with Grant, my friend Grant that I grew up with, I was young enough to play with him with our imagination, and I still remember playing games with him on his trampoline where my character was Animal, and I had superpowers where I would like become this beast-like animal. I was just copying X-Men, and then his character's name was Seth, who had like these special dark magic powers. And
hold on, pause, full pause. Animal and Seth.
Oh yeah, yep,
yeah. So Grant wasn't very imaginative. It turns out Seth was the kid that lived down the block. He was just imitating him.
Yeah. He liked that name. But and it was fun. Like I remember having imagination with him, and like do you remember like beating up invisible people on the trampoline and getting beat up by invisible people?
Oh yeah.
Like I don't know if that was something you ever did, but like it was really fun for me to like pretend that I'm getting my ass kicked, and I'd be all like, like jerking my head around really realistically, and like I'd get punched really hard and do like a twirl and land on my back, because the trampoline doesn't hurt. And why was it so fun to act like I was getting my ass whooped by an imaginary buff guy?
Yeah,
but
I don't know.
Then I would win. I would always win, but the fun part was like pretending I was getting my ass kicked.
Yeah,
and pretending that there was some girl that I'm like protecting, like she's seeing me fail, and I'm like, like I felt like I was in a movie, and we did that kind of stupid shit.
Listener, is the ultimate root of why everything Andy does is driven by sexual desire. That's where it started. Is there had to be a woman.
Everything everyone does is driven by life is sex. Remember Robert California?
Yeah, and it's true.
Yeah. The Office is a good show.
Sex.
But you and I didn't do much imagination. We became friends right after that. We were playing video games a lot in the beginning, and Nintendo 64 mostly, but we didn't use our imagination with each other very
well. That's not 100% true, because I mean I specifically remember putting cardboard boxes on the trampoline and jumping into them, and like we were pretending that it hurt and pretending that we were doing some daredevil stunt. So I mean that's imagination, like
And we were making videos, Logan and Andy videos. So
So I mean the imagination was there. I think it was just a little bit more rooted in like reality. But the nice thing is, I think the great thing about the age that you and I became friends is that we still weren't self-aware yet. And so we could make like dumbass videos. We had a handshake where the handshake ended with us going, boxes. because we would put empty cardboard boxes on the trampoline and jump into them. And we weren't self-aware yet. And then once we became self-aware is when the friendship like became boring.
Yep. Yeah. I've been bored for like the last decade with you. But it's funny though, like we weren't using our imagination to just play. We were using it to create content, because the jumping on the boxes thing was dipstick, where you and I, it was your idea. And then you brought me in on it, and we're trying to make like a Jackass-like show, but with little kids who are doing stupid stuff like jumping on the boxes. And I remember you had a planned thing where like, and then I'm going to hit you with these boxes, and you just need to say, knock it off, you dip. Like you wanted to integrate that as a catchphrase of the show. And so we were like giving these deliveries thinking that we're realistic. It was fun though.
Yeah.
And we never released any videos.
Everything. That the whole friendship began with validation from others. We had to put it out. It had to be creating something that was going to make us famous.
Yeah.
That's where.
And then here we are, full circle, trying it again.
Dude, same subtitle, Dipstick the podcast. Welcome.
Yeah.
So why do you want to start a podcast? Why are we doing this? What are we doing here?
I mean, we talk all the time anyway. We're FaceTiming multiple times a week.
Yeah.
And we're arrogant, and we think that we have interesting and funny things to say, because a lot of times when we're talking just by ourselves, we go, why don't we have a podcast? So then we just finally decided, fuck it, let's just start one, because it's going to be fun for us regardless. And I'm just excited to keep on doing it. I don't need a following, but like, hey, guys, follow us. You know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But it's just we're just going to keep doing it anyway. So
I think the cool
guys
thing
hate
about podcasts in today's world or media in today's world is the immediacy of like engagement. And so like you and I can sit here and have a conversation, but then we can also engage with people all over the world and you know, have questions hopefully come in from all over the world and answer those questions in the episodes and hopefully make some people laugh along the way and fill the void inside of all of us.
Right. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be really, really dope to be able to make money at this eventually if we can get some ads and stuff. So guys, stay tuned for some ads that we're not going to feel guilty about because we want to make money doing this so that we can quit our goddamn boring day jobs.
Oh, don't say, I like my job. I like what I do. I work in sports.
True. You do.
Yeah, that's where we all started. Anyway, Logan is a guy that works in sports and I like it. I like what I do. But I will also do anything for money. So feet pics, dick pics, the long hair on my nipple pics. I'm all down.
Dude, I have got spiders on my nipples. My hair on my nipples, I think, is longer than the diameter of the nipple.
Yeah, but you have very small nipples. Yeah.
I have tiny nipples and long nipple hair that's all wispy and off of them. And I can go like this and like twirl it into a spiral sometimes just for fun.
Do you?
I do that. I can braid it.
Yeah.
I do sometimes, yeah.
Chelsea braids it. Chelsea braids it for you every night. You put curlers in it, and then you take them out in the morning, and you have a perm nipple.
I've got like 7 chest hairs.
Yeah, I got a lot of chest hairs.
And if I had a nipple for every time I shaved my chest, I wouldn't have any nipples.
Yeah, I remember when we were in high school, and Andy shaved his balls for the first time, and
oh my god, not just the balls either, all of it, everything.
Yeah, and
I thought that's what.
It was so painful that he complained about it for days and days.
Yeah. Dude, did you ever shave your balls for the first time ever in your life? Did you not experience that?
I've never shaved my balls. I'm 25 years old and I've never shaved my balls. I'm kidding. Of course I shaved my balls, but I never did it with a disposable razor.
I didn't use it. Okay, wait. I got to remember.
Yeah, you did. You used scissors and you cut them really short and then you used a disposable razor.
Yeah, but I didn't use a disposable razor on the ball sack. I used it around. This is getting a little saucy, everyone, but you know what? We're guys, and we talk about our wieners. And it was so uncomfortable because it was like grip tape, and then the next day they were little needles, and it was poking my ball sack, it was poking my thighs, it was poking my dick, everything was getting poked, and it fucking hurt. And I did not know what I did wrong because I was like, this is what you're supposed to do, right? What the hell else are you supposed to do? Anyway, I don't think I ever shaved again for like 5 years.
Yeah, I remember you saying that you let your pubes get longer than your dick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When it was like shriveled up and cold.
Yeah. When it was cold, guys. When it was cold.
Yeah. If I'm using my dick, you know, it gets all right. But like when it was just sitting there, the pubes were longer.
Yeah. The weird thing is that you shaved your balls before anyone was even like seeing it. I think like I didn't shave my balls until I felt like, okay, I got it. Like,
yeah,
I need to get made up here.
I can't.
Like if I'm gonna hit the red carpet, I got to put on the gown.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't remember how old I was, but I'm pretty sure I had not had any sexual experiences yet. But I think I was like, it's gonna happen any day now, so I got to be prepared. And so I was prepared.
That was you at 13, dude.
Yeah.
One of these fucking days.
Yeah. Boom, pow, straight to the room.
Yeah.
I'm clever. I'm a clever guy. Yeah, now I just... We can probably move on from the subject of pubic hair.
Anyway, so this episode's brought to you by Manscaped.
Oh, man, yeah, this would be the perfect one, right?
Mm-hmm. It's not, but maybe it will be. Again, feet pics, anything. I'll do anything. Maybe not butthole pics. I don't know if I would do butthole pics because 1, it'd be complicated to do, and then 2, you have to look at it.
How?
You have to post it. So
how would it be complicated? How would it be complicated to take a picture of butthole?
Are you gonna like set it up on a tripod and then like bend over?
There's a way. There's a way that that doesn't seem too complicated. My first thought was just put your phone on the floor and kind of squat over it.
Oh yeah, like a vertical shot. I see. Yeah. Well, or you could have Chelsea take it.
Yeah, I would probably just have someone else take it. I'd probably just have Chelsea take it. But I am not interested in doing that either. I don't like the idea of people whacking it off to me for money.
You don't?
Nothing. No, I wouldn't. It would make me uncomfortable knowing that a bunch of people... I'm already uncomfortable knowing that a bunch of people probably have whacked off to me because I get messages from like 40-year-old perverts on Instagram and TikTok talking about how they love me. So I don't know if there's any screenshots of my TikToks that are provocative that they've found and used, but like I hope not. And the things that they have said to me, which are scary, make me uncomfortable. And so yeah, I don't like the idea of someone sexually getting off to me that I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of
weirds me out.
I kind of do. I'm kind of into it. It's kind of validating.
Kind of into it. Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's kind of a turn on.
Yeah, a little bit. I don't know.
That's why you have an OnlyFans.
Yeah. And no girlfriend. So let's do our first. You want to do a seg? Let's do a seg, huh?
A segue? Yes.
Yeah. Let's do a segment. So tell me, what is Andy's candy today?
Andy's candy. Yes. So Andy's candy this week is the movie Soul, the new Pixar movie that came out. You haven't seen it yet. I asked you about it earlier, and we haven't really talked about it, but it was so fucking good, dude. I loved it. Chelsea and I just watched it a few days ago, and Jamie Foxx is the lead character, so that's cool. Tina Fey is the other lead character. That's pretty cool. But I don't really care about cast mostly. I care about the writing, and this didn't disappoint because Pixar like never disappoints, except for Cars. I did not like Cars really, but Soul was so good. It was about like the meaning of life. And kind of how there isn't really a specific meaning. And for a kid's movie to try and tackle that concept and portray it in such an awesome way, in my opinion, dude, I'm getting chills thinking about certain scenes because like Inside Out, which I also really fucking love Inside Out because it teaches how sadness is like a necessary emotion and you shouldn't be afraid of it, and you need to learn how you can use sadness. And it was such a cool message. And there's this one scene where it's like a montage, and he's kind of having like these flashbacks through just his life a little bit, just like certain mundane moments of his life. Some of them were a little significant, but like they weren't like, you know, getting married and stuff like that. It was just like kind of mundane moments in life, but like the way it was shot, like it's weird how animated movies have cinematography, but like Pixar has like really good cinematography. And so like the way that it was shot with like just this beautiful golden hour and stuff. And he's a little kid riding his bike and he's looking at the sun shining through the trees above him, you know, and then it cuts to him like eating a piece of pie in a diner and just really loving that bite, you know, just all these little clips of just when life is really fucking great and beautiful. And it's weird because I've had moments like that in my life where I'm just like, where my vision just looks cinematic and I'm like, man, this is just beautiful. And it stays in my head as like a visual memory, and it's just a snippet. And I have those sprinkled out through all of my years of living on this planet. Like I have little snapshots of like from when I was 7 of just like my yard, you know what I mean? And I can think of those and I can like bring myself back to that actual feeling of what it was like to be young and how like beautiful it was, as cheesy as that sounds. Anyway, so that's something I like to do is like just reflect on those types of snapshot memories. Yeah. And Soul did a really good job of just capturing how life is actually pretty fucking awesome and beautiful just to simply exist. It's almost like meditative. Anyway, so that sounded really like convoluted and whatever, but it was that's how I feel about that movie, and I've been obsessed with it for like the past week since I watched it, and I've been like rewatching scenes and stuff just because I really love it. And Jamie Foxx's character is this jazz musician, and so I fucking love music and I love jazz, and so I even got to relate with him more so that way. Like for the general audience, I don't know, like most people are like, oh, this is a really good movie and everything, even if they don't like music or are into jazz. But for the select few people, not few, there's a lot, but for the demographic who is also into jazz, it's just even that more fun to watch that movie and to relate to the main character. So yeah, that's Andy's candy, is the movie Soul. That's my candy this week. I'm gonna be sucking on it all damn week, sucking on the candy. But yeah, check out the movie Soul. This is not sponsored. I just fucking love it.
Sponsored by Pixar. Our very first episode is brought to you by fucking Pixar.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
Yeah. You don't have that many TikTok followers.
I don't have 1.7 million followers. I don't.
Is it 1.7 now?
Yeah, it is. I uploaded a TikTok where I re-sang an audio that went viral like a year ago, where I did the Tinky Winky Dipsy la 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 motherfucking the fucking Teletubby audio where I sing. It went viral the first time I posted it a year ago, and then everyone thought I was Brendan Urie, and then I decided to re-upload that, and I re-uploaded it, and then after it played, I sang it again, the same melody but with different lyrics, saying I can't believe I have to re-upload this. I'm not Brendan Urie. And anyway, it went viral again, even more than the first time. And all it was a recycling of an old thing I already did. So it's so silly that it just went viral again, even though I didn't really put much into it. And from that, I got like another few 100,000 followers. So now I'm up to 1.7 million followers on TikTok, which matters, dude. It matters in life. TikTok is a strange beast. There are certain things I don't like about it, but it's been all right to me, so...
What if you just completely broke protocol randomly one day and made a TikTok dance? Completely serious, no irony at all. You just did, you and Addison Rae did a duet.
I don't even know who that is.
And, shut up. And
I don't.
You did the Renegade or something. And
Am I supposed to know who Addison Rae is based off of the way that you said shut up? Like you don't believe me?
Yes, because you're on TikTok all day, every day.
No, I'm not, is the thing. And
you are a TikTok influencer, and so you cannot tell me that you don't know the top chick on TikTok. It's her or the 12-year-old.
Oh,
Charlie.
I didn't know I couldn't tell you the truth because Logan, I'm on TikTok, but the part I hate about TikTok is the trends and the sounds and the stupid dances. I have never been involved in that side of TikTok. How dare you suggest that I am when I'm 100% not? I don't even know who any of the popular TikTokers are. I follow a very specific type of TikTokers, people that I find funny, and my For You page is very specific as well. I see none of that stupid shit. I see hilarious people getting in fights in 5th grade. You know what I mean? I see kids explaining how to do pranks that we all kind of know how we are to do them already, but he's so great that I follow him and love him. You know, those are the types of TikToks that I see. So I don't know who Addison Rae is, okay? And I'm never going to.
Okay. I like how you say you don't know TikTok sounds when you are a TikTok sound. You're a walking TikTok sound. That's your bread and fucking butter.
Dude, this should be a sound. That's my next TikTok sound to go viral.
Yeah. And Addison Rae is going to whip to it.
Yes. Hey, is there anything though in Logan's locker?
Yeah, there is something in Logan's locker today. So let's open it up and talk about it. So I'm going to pull up Google real quick so that I get all my information correct because I don't want to make anybody upset.
Mm-hmm.
So Lil Nas X, okay? You know Lil Nas X?
Who the fuck is that?
You know, I'm gonna take my horse to the hometown road.
Yeah.
That's Lil Nas X, okay?
Fuck that song.
He has the horses in the back, and now he's come out with a music video, okay? So a few months ago, I think, or about it last year or something like that, he came out as gay. He is a gay man. Okay. And he's also a rapper, which is a, rarity.
Doesn't happen.
And so he's obviously probably struggled with that, I assume. But his most recent music video, he gets kicked out of heaven for being gay, and he dons leather, and he gives Satan a lap dance. Now, I love it.
It sounds pretty great, to be honest.
I fucking love it. Because, okay, like sentimentally, right, that the one side is he said, the music video is about how I would rather go to hell than not live my life the way that I want to. So if I'm a Christian or if Christians are telling me that I can't be gay, I'd rather go to hell. Okay, awesome. Sentimentally dope. On my side, he's fucking twerking on Satan. I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking badass.
So the other thing that he did as part of this music video is he came out with a Nike shoe, his own Nike shoe, that has a drop of human blood in the sole of the shoe.
Of actual human blood?
Of human blood.
Whose fucking blood?
I don't know. But
are they killing people to make these shoes?
Needless to say, man, the Christians are on fire.
Yeah.
They are losing their fucking minds, and I love it.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I want to say. That's what I would love about it too. Is I just love a good old middle finger to silly religious ideas.
I love trolls. This is the ultimate fucking troll, and people are pissed. And I'm like, I care so little about what anyone does. And these people, for you to be so fucking angry about this, you have to care so much about what the people around you do. And I'm all about it. Fucking throw up the middle finger, put the blood in your shoe, and slap cheeks with Satan. I do it all day long.
That's pretty fucking great, dude. Yeah.
I love it. And I don't even care for the song. I'm not going to buy the shoe. Oh, and here's the other thing. Guess how many shoes are being produced?
Oh my God. I mean, it depends on how many people they're sacrificing.
666.
Oh shit! Only like 666 shoes, as in 333 pairs, or 666
No. 666 pairs.
That's pretty fucking awesome. So they're killing 666 people, or maybe it's just one person who can afford to have 600. Maybe it's 666 drops of his own blood.
It could be his, but I'm googling right now. Whose blood is in Lil Nas X shoes?
Look that up, because like when you said that he's doing that, and that he's producing a shoe, I imagined like there would be millions of shoes made. So that's why I was like, how many volunteers or people do they have to pay for their blood? But if it's 666, I think one person could do that, and I think it'd be really, really fucking.
Your body only has so much.
Is there a limit?
Yeah. No. So it says it's the employees of the shoe company. It's their blood in the shoes. I'm all about God and Christians, and believe it if you want. I love it. I grew up a Christian, but man, I love trolls. Yeah. And I think I love trolls more than I love any God. Yeah. So this is, I mean, the fact, and they just bit into it, man. The Christians just, because they were already pissed because Nike likes black people. Nike already came out and said, black people, good.
Oh, yeah.
And Christians were like, fuck them. And so now that we went this far, and the Christians are, I mean, I shouldn't say the Christians.
The Christians. All of them.
I shouldn't say that, because Christians are good people. I assume some Christians are good people. Some Christians are bad people. Some Christians probably don't give a shit about this, and some Christians do.
Imagine, though, that you work at Nike and you're just making shoes and you're on the assembly line, and then your boss comes out and says, all right, everybody, so we're going to need to take a little bit of all of your blood. Like, what? Whose blood? Like, is there a specific role that they had to hire new people for, or is it the people who already worked? That's the part that piques my curiosity the most. Yeah.
They're actually just tossing him down the line, and some 8-year-old, they just come up and they just punch him right in the face, and he starts dripping blood, and they catch it with the shoe.
Drip his
yeah, and some guy goes and gets it in the shoe, and then they toss it down the line to the next 8-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow. How badass. Remember that Hobson song?
Yeah.
What's it called again?
Of Hobson 7.
Yeah, The Ill Mind of Hobson 7.
Man.
That's a cool fucking song.
Yeah. Because the reason that song is so fucking dope is because he embraces the idea of religion. He doesn't say Christianity is fucking stupid, because it's not. It's not fucking stupid. It's based in a lot of reality and based in a lot of fiction. And not fiction. It's based in a lot of reality and based in a lot of speculation.
I'll call it fiction. I ain't never been no goddamn Christian. I ain't afraid to say it. You know what I'm saying, baby? Shall we discuss some music that we like this week?
Yeah, let's do
a little bit of vinyl time.
It's vinyl time.
Today for vinyl time, I brought my vinyl copy of Animals as Leaders, The Joy of Motion. This is my favorite album by Animals as Leaders. They are what's called a gent band, or progressive instrumental metal, but gent is DGENT, which is like rhythmic guitar thumping with like just awesome fucking metal shit. They're cool, but they're not just like hardcore metal. Like, they have a lot of jazz influence in all their albums and stuff too, and the synthesizers that they use in the background, it's such cool music. And there's a really cool bass line in this song, or in this album, from the song The Woven Web, that goes like this. And it's fucking kick-ass. But my favorite track on this album is called Another Year, which has this electric piano doing these really awesome jazz chords progression in the middle of the song. Here, let me open this up and show you what the inside looks like. It opens up as a triple. So
yeah, it's cool artwork. I like that.
Yeah, I know. That's another reason I love vinyls so much, is just because of the album artwork that you get along with them and the pictures and stuff. And I love it when this doesn't have it, but I love when my vinyls, when the sleeves also have different artwork on the front and the back too. So you just a bunch of extra art. It's always cool. But anyway, so that's this vinyl. That's my vinyl time for episode 1.
Yeah. So my vinyl time, because Andy and I both are nerds, and we're also just so narcissistic
And
that we both
pretentious.
buy vinyls.
Yeah.
Yeah, just absolute pieces of shit. My vinyl is truly, truly one of my favorite albums ever, especially one of my favorite albums like of my lifetime, and that's The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance. There's nothing that I can say about this album right now that hasn't already been said by 150 people, but it is truly a brilliant, brilliant album. It's the music, the theatrics, the theme material. I mean, it's awesome. And there's awesome artwork on this vinyl. Let me see if I can kind of open this up a little bit. And what's cool about the vinyl specifically is that it comes with art that isn't on the CD. So if you buy the CD, you're not getting this artwork.
Right.
You have to buy the vinyl. But this album like was one of my first 2 CDs, and at that time, even when I was young and I got this CD for the first time, I knew like this album is fucking power. It's just power. And every song is so catchy and so well written and so beautiful. And there's I don't like it when people limit My Chemical Romance to Welcome to the Black Parade, the song, because they're not just that emo mainstream culty band. This album is legitimately awesome. And every song on it could be a hit.
Yeah.
You know, on rock radio. It's so good. And what's really, really cool, I think, about My Chemical Romance in this moment in the Black Parade thing is they went on stage and played the album from top to bottom, because it was that well designed that it felt like a set list. It felt like it opens with like this, you know, interesting opening that like brings you all the way in, and then it just goes fucking loud, and then every now and then it drops down and gets quiet and really emotional, and then, you know, finishes off with Teenagers, which is one of the like catchiest, greatest rock songs I think ever. That song's so good.
I really like when a band plays a full album all the way through live. If it's like a band that you're obsessed with and stuff, that's always super satisfying, because I love listening to albums. Like I listen to full albums more often than I just listen to random playlists. I'll be in the mood to listen to a specific artist and a specific album of that artist, and I'll listen to the full album.
And the really interesting thing too is my interesting story about this album is, like I said, it was one of my first 2 CDs, and I bought it from Walmart in Iowa, in our hometown, because I was a kid. And I don't know if you remember this, and I'm really aging myself here, but Walmart, when we were kids, only sold censored CDs. They didn't sell
that's so weird.
explicit CDs. So for a really, really long time, until streaming became normal, and I remember the very, very first time, I was in college when I streamed the album for the first time, I had only listened to the edited version of the album.
Yeah. That's
because that's what I owned. I owned it on CD, and it was edited.
As far as you know, that's the only version. That's the original version. Yeah.
Yeah, right?
That's weird.
Yeah, there's just words missing.
Yeah, that'd be weird to hear that as an adult, an album that you've known for a long time, and it's all different. Well, not all different, but yeah, that's interesting. So let's, should we show each other some hilarious, awesome TikToks that we found this week?
Yes,
Right.
the week's TikToks.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one first. I don't know if I showed you this one, but it's pretty interesting. Just because
When it comes to pastas, there's going to be very few bad choices on the menu. Let me guarantee you that. Might I recommend our tomato sauce, which is just perfectly cooked overnight with spices, basils, and... I know you're not following what I'm saying anyway, right? It's okay, that doesn't matter. The real question is this. Which wine are you going to pair with that dish? Cabernet Sauvignon? I'll put you down for that. It's an excellent choice you made.
I've never even seen a Leonardo DiCaprio impression. And I didn't know that he was someone who could be impersonated. And this guy is like showing me, look at how many mannerisms you didn't know Leonardo DiCaprio had that I've nailed. And it was really
he's
impressive.
really specific. Yeah, it's actually impressive, because there's so many things that you've never even noticed about. Well, and specifically, I mean, he's obviously doing the Wolf of Wall Street character specifically.
Well,
you know,
that's
which
kind
also
of
it's kind of interesting about like how Leo like how specific his mannerisms were in that movie to create that character. You know what I mean?
But I think also it's kind of you see a lot of those mannerisms in a lot of things. It's his confident, cocky kind of character, but it is very specific in Wolf of Wall Street. And this seems inspired from that more than anything. But yeah, I just thought that was impressive. That's my first one. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dumb.
This one is hilarious. This is the thing that we used to do, and this guy is doing it to this Postmates lady. It's so funny.
I just ordered a pizza, and it looks like they just arrived. I'm going to go out there and have a little chat with them. And I see the house calling to come down as far as I open the door.
He's not saying anything.
How you doing?
Okay, enjoy.
Cause I'm gonna have that bars they have it going on like a DoorDash odd.
Sometimes they do.
Because they had like saying when you come down Causeway with the rain odds, you can know to put it in on. You order and half the time, and they have it really do it like 3 times. But I always send the calls to come down with the Making Pizza Company.
Yeah.
But I see it on.
I haven't seen it.
But the cell phone's gonna do that, piece?
I think so.
Would they have like 5 odd?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
And they keep it busy?
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about gonna have really cold and they have like 4 or 9.
Yeah.
So.
It's like, and then sometimes you don't have enough, so it's just like,
Yeah. Take care now.
All right, hold on. Shout out to this lady. Shout out to this lady right now because that is exactly what I would do in that situation.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then walk away.
She did a great job going with it, but like it's just so funny to see someone like obviously he's saying gibberish, but like she's just going along with it because she's polite.
Yeah.
It's and he's good at just doing the got a Santa pot over there. Like he's good at doing that and just
You got the push buttons in the back. Yeah.
Oh man, I miss doing that to people. We used to do that all the time in high school because it was a thing on Vine. That's where we got it from, and it's just funny that people are still doing that type of joke. So those are mine. Yeah. You got some TikTok-a-roonies?
Yeah, I do have some TikToks for you. Here you go.
TikTok-a-roonies.
All right, let's go with this one first here.
Oh, you fucker.
Pause. Oh, you fucker. I love it. I already love him. He's already my favorite guy. Let's roll.
Oh.
You did it.
No! Oh, fuck. It won't come out. Oh, you have to pull it out for me. I can't. It won't come out.
He has a paper mustache.
So come here and just pull it out. Come here. I've just pulled it. It won't come out.
I can't do it.
Just do it.
Just do
The
it.
right one.
This one.
Yeah, go on. Ah!
It's my hand slipped.
Fucking hell, you're supposed to pull it out. Pull it out, I said. Jesus Christ. Oh, whose idea was this?
Yours.
Oh,
Right, you ready?
pull it out, God. Ah!
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Pull it
man.
out, I said.
He broke into gibberish and he wasn't even trying. I fucking love this guy. I want to meet him. I want to give him a hug. And I want to tell him, I fucking love you. And I love the fake mustache over his real mustache. Whose idea was this? Yours. I love it.
Yeah, that's fucking funny.
Oh, man. Oh, you fucker. All right. And then this one, I'm already going to make a soundboard for us.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow, the sun came out and it's a beautiful day here in Colorado, baby. I'm thinking carne asada burrito. I hope you have a good day too.
First off, why is carne asada burrito the funniest thing he's ever said in his entire life?
I'm thinking, the way he says it, I'm thinking carne asada burrito.
And then he just immediately laughs. But I'm not kidding you. This is going to be my new reaction for probably everything.
Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah. And his username is Colorado, baby.
Oh, shit. That's perfect. I'm
Colorado,
thinking
baby.
Colorado, baby. Yeah, dude. That's a dad right there. He's probably an uncle, too.
He is fucking dadding it up
Hell yeah.
with that handlebar.
What do you think his name? His name is probably Gilbert?
Tom.
Could be Tom.
No, it's Tom. Yeah, it's Tom.
Yeah,
it's Uncle Tom.
Tom works. Tom works. Good. You hit the nail on the goddamn head there, Logan.
Yeah, and he sent this video to his family group chat.
Yeah, I love TikToks.
He did.
I love TikToks where it's like they're directly at someone specific. Like they don't know how TikTok works, and they're like sending a message to someone.
Hey Kim, I just wanted to check in.
Rachel, please call me back. I don't know if you've gotten my texts. Call me back, and then they say their full phone number and post it online or something.
Yeah. One time, I saw a grandma on Facebook that just posted as her status her grandchild's name. And I was like, you were trying to like call them. You were trying to like text them or find them or something. You were searching for them. And you just said, Jonathan, and just posted it as her Facebook status, because what else was she going to do?
They didn't know that they posted it as their Facebook status either. They are unaware that exists as a status. If you were to tell them, hey, you posted this as a status, they would be so confused.
Yeah. One time, I'll close with this as we end our first episode on our podcast on the internet.
Fuck yeah.
My grandma told me I posted some pictures on Facebook and I was showing her and she said, oh, these aren't on the internet. They're just on Facebook.
Whoops.
That's it. Thanks, internet, for tuning in. And I hope you had a good time with us on our first episode.
We definitely had a good time with you guys. We had a good time with each other. And we're going to have a good time from here on out. And I'm going to be sucking on that all week. Now, what if I'm going to be saying after my Andy's Candies, I'm sucking on it all week, what are you saying after your Logan Flocker?
And I'm going to be stuffing a fucking geek in it all week long.
Oh, I love it. That's it. Logan's a bully. I just have a sweet tooth. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.